You are the elephant. You were the elephant.
I was the elephant.
And we were all shocked. Completely and utterly shocked.
Iconic and legendary skateboarder.
It was very nerve-wracking. It was a fun challenge, and I don't think I'll be doing anything like it again, but I was happy to go for it. I always wondered if I would be able to sing because I do have some talent in my family. My older sister sang for Righteous Brothers and Michael Bolton and John Denver. My dad could play almost any instrument, so I thought that I might have had some of that in me. And then when this opportunity came up, I thought, what a perfect way to see if I could sing by being hidden in a mask. And that was it. That was the whole key to it. And then when we started going back and forth on songs, and they allowed me to choose The Cure, that sealed the deal.
Did you think you had a good chance of making it a long way, or?
I had assumed that I could maybe make it past one round because I figured not everyone's a singer. So there's got to be someone in my boat that's just trying it for fun. And then when I was first out, I thought, okay, well, I'm okay with that because I sang the song I really wanted to.
Because there was a little special meaning behind that song, right?
Yeah, well, my wife and I are huge Cure fans from way back in the day, and we had a Cure song for our wedding march. Not the song I sang. It would have been a little too obscure for a mainstream audience to sing Playing Song, and it's like 7 minutes long.
But it still had a special meaning.
The Cure, for sure. I mean, any Cure song has a huge meaning to me. I had rehearsed Born to Be Wild, and the stage production was a little more flashy with more action and some confetti and things like that. So maybe the judges would have liked that better, but I'm okay. I'm happy because I didn't want to go past 2.
Why?
I had a third song lined up, and it wasn't my strong suit, and I felt like if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out on that one.
Okay.
And that's not going to be a good look.
So you're content with?
I'm good, yeah. And I'm here. They're still doing it. I'm here. I'm going home after this. I'm good.
You're like, you had fun, and now I can go back to skateboarding.
Yeah, exactly.
Lance Armstrong.
I'm feeling
Right?
that.
Thank you.
He definitely has a very athletic build. Looks big and strong.
The judges, though, never guessed that it was you. They threw out Lance Armstrong. They threw out Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
They were throwing out all these guesses. What was going through your head?
I was excited when they would name musicians.
Right.
So they said Travis Barker at some point, Steve Aoki, and I was like, well, I'm in good company. You know, they think that maybe I have some musical talent. And then Beto O'Rourke kind of threw me.
I still think that the elephant in the room is Beto O'Rourke.
Yes.
But yeah, he does skate, and he was in a punk band, so why not?
Why not? We got to talk about your costume, though. The elephant. Why did you pick the elephant?
Well, they gave me a few options, and that seemed like the coolest option because it had sort of a Transformers meets RoboCop vibe, and I thought it was cool. And it also looked like the mask was elaborate, but the suit allowed me to move, and that was important.
Were you able to do any tricks in your suit?
I did not actually ride my skateboard in my suit. Isn't that yeah, you know why? Because it would have been too much of a giveaway.
Oh, it would have.
It didn't include a skateboard in my clue package at all.
They didn't. Which we need to talk about your clues, though. There was drumsticks, there were birds, and then the White House.
Yeah, so I don't know that the drumming was on them.
Okay.
I think that their whole vibe was I moved to the beat of my own drum, maybe. But the White House was because I actually skated through the White House at a Father's Day event there in 2010. And I got a photo of it, and it went viral when things were going viral. And then the birds are hawk. Yeah, the other clue they had was voguing because I created a trick called a Madonna. But there's a lot of steps there.
A lot of steps to get there.
You have to really either know me well or dig deep.
Yeah. Well, because The Masked Singer is top secret, did you have who was the hardest person to keep the secret from?
The people I work with. Because I have an office in San Diego. It's actually where my ramp is, but we also run our businesses there, our foundation and our licensing, and I couldn't tell any of them, and they were all incredibly shocked when it aired last night.
They were like, had no idea?
They had no idea, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did anyone have any idea? Like any friends that were just texting you or like, the elephant, I'm watching him right now, this has to be you?
Actually, another pro skater, Steve Caballero, texted me when it was airing, and he's like, "I'm pretty sure that's you."
And what did you say back? You were just like, hmm?
I just texted him elephant back.
So that was the only guy.
Pretty much, yeah. He was the only one that reached out to me directly and said, "I'm watching this," and because he knows how I move when I skate.
Right.
And I did a little knee slide during my performance, which is kind of how we get out of tricks safely if we're gonna fall. And so he's like, "Yeah."
What did your kids think about this? Like, Dad going on the show in an elephant suit?
They were confused. Yeah, they were like, "That's just not like you to do these kinds of shows or to agree to something like that." And I thought it'd be a fun challenge. My daughter was pretty excited. She's 11.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Looking back, are you glad that you went on the show?
I am. Yeah, it was a fun experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I got to do the song I wanted. I feel like I did as best I could, and nobody figured out who I was, so mission accomplished.
Do you still have your elephant suit though? Did you get to take it home?
I didn't.
Because I really
No.
want you to do some like skateboarding tricks.
The
in it, 'cause
only
that would be
thing I got to
funny.
take was my disguise,
Oh.
where I don't talk to me.
Don't talk. Yeah.
I got that, but that's not very exciting.
That's not very exciting.
No.
I think you need to get it back so then you can ride your skateboard in the
I
elephant
know.
suit.
I should have just stole the elephant head.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back and try to steal
We'll
it, right?
see.
Do you think, though, this experience kind of sparked something new in you that maybe you want to
No.
do reality? Okay, you said that really
No.
fast.
No.
No, you're like,
It was
I'm done.
never the intention to be a springboard to a new career.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know that I'm capable of doing it, and so maybe if the time comes and there's some, who knows, there's some concert and it's like, oh, let's jump on and do a song. That's a possibility, but that is not in my great scheme of plans.
You're always on Twitter sharing stories of how people know you, but they don't know you.
Yes.
Does that happen a lot?
All the time, yeah. That's why I started sharing it. They're all real. The first time I ever shared one of those encounters was I was at an airport and I had to show my ID. And the woman who saw the ID, my ID is Anthony, because that's my legal name. No one has ever called me Anthony, but she said, Anthony Hawk. She said, Hawk, like that skateboarder, like that skateboarder Tony Hawk. And I said, yeah, exactly. And she said, that's cool. I wonder what he's up to these days. And I said, this. And she just handed it back to me, didn't get it, and off we went. And that was like the first time where I was like, I think that's a funny encounter that people would think is also funny. And then since then, there have been a lot of similar situations. I think it's just more that people think I'm stuck in a time warp of either in my 20s and 30s when I was skating in X Games, or my video game character. That just, that's a time capsule. And so they see this face and they're like, I know that face, but it can't be that guy, because that guy's old.
But maybe after being on The Masked Singer, people are going to
Maybe.
be like, that is Tony Hawk.
But I guess there's some strange irony that no one figured out who I was.